And we begin tonight with a live look at downtown Sacramento. Normally, you'd be seeing a lot more lights out there from some of the buildings, but as you can see there in the middle of your screen, down toward maybe the left corner of the screen, there's a blackout that has left thousands of people in the dark. That's why you're not seeing so many of those lights, and it's even forced the evacuation of a building filled with senior citizens.
Let's show you what caused that. Our downtown sky camera was rolling at the exact moment that electrical transformer exploded. You can see the big, massive fireball there.
But I could see the shadow of the smoke going up in the air. And I looked out there, all these construction guys who I've been watching for about the last 15 months, they were all just running as fast as they could.
You can understand why. Well, that fire was just before noon and it knocked out power around 6 blocks of downtown Sacramento. And the city says they may not have power restored until sometime tomorrow.
So earlier tonight, crews had to force dozens of people, including a lot of those with special medical equipment, to leave an apartment complex. That's because the conditions were unsafe. And KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo joins us now live in downtown Sacramento with more about the effort to help those who've been impacted by this. Melanie.
Yes, and it's very dark downtown. In fact, we've heard a lot of, ooh, this is eerie, and wow, what happened out here? As you look around and the traffic lights are out and the lights around the buildings are out, including these buildings right here. These are apartment complexes I'm standing next to. And just a short time ago, we got a briefing from city leaders, Mayor Steinberg, the offices of emergency management, even the fire department, talking about the people who have needed to be evacuated from these apartment complexes because there is no power. A downtown apartment building fully evacuated now after the explosion and fire earlier in the day at a SMUD substation a block away. But it wasn't the fire itself that forced Toby Todd and her building neighbors out.
Well, I heard a pop or something, and then my electric went off.
It was a power outage, the likes of which Ms. Todd hasn't ever experienced in her time living there.
8 years.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, not anywhere close to it.
Sacramento Fire and City Emergency Management crews discovered the outage posed a specific risk to people in the Sacramento Regional Housing Authority complex.
They need medical care. They depend on oxygen and other medical devices, and we need to get these folks to a safe location that has power.
Initially, fire crews went door to door, checking on people. If the residents didn't need medical help, crews moved along to the next unit.
As fire crews were going door to door to check on residents within the building, it was noticed that several of them were burning candles.
Sacramento Fire realized the way people were dealing with the blackout posed a fire risk.
The suppression system is dependent upon energy and power to run the fire pumps within a high-rise building like this.
So the city says roughly 150 people living in the building on I Street between 6th and 7th need to be evacuated from their apartments until power is restored.
It's just unsafe to have people occupying this building with no suppression system available in the event of a fire.
The city saying it's prepared to handle helping people who've been displaced.
I think the benefit of so many sheltering operations that we've done during severe weather with the homeless have prepared us for this.
Tenants like Toby Todd satisfied with the response to this unique emergency affecting her and her fellow neighbors.
This is serious, though. I think they're doing what they can, considering what they're working with.
And so again, there are 2 high-rise buildings here, about 12 stories each, and they have people who are evacuated from one of the buildings that happens to be just a little bit older, and those fire suppression systems, like the sprinkler systems, don't work with the lack of backup generators at that building. That's why those people with specific medical needs and people who live in that building need to stay out of the building until power is restored. And it's really been a coordinated effort among the different city agencies to try to get these people to the shelter they need for at least a couple of days here. We have SAC-RT that has helped to shuttle people in buses over to City Hall, where there's some temporary shelter. Some people are staying with family as well. Also, we know that a couple of Red Cross volunteers are here helping city leaders with those folks who have been displaced, trying to get them into the city hall, processed, and a warm place to stay overnight. Again, that power outage estimates are at right now between 24 and 48 hours before the lights come back on. Reporting in downtown Sacramento, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, that's a long time, 24 to 48 hours for sure. Okay, Melanie, thanks for that update.